Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the pregame conference report just at 7. If the Leafs win tonight's game, they clinch the playoff spot with a point. So stay tuned for that later on tonight for the highlights. I'm going to take you live to the conference right now. Enjoy.
Important news for all residents of Canada. Danielle Smith is offering you the opportunity to earn up to 7,000 Canadian dollars a week. The entrepreneur believes that Canadians need this program more than ever before. Danielle Smith, one of our country's most successful entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I think he's kind of taken charge and he's a big leader for us and a good example. So it's nice when he takes charge and dominates the game and changes the momentum for us.
I guess he's always saying what's popped into you during this stretch.
Yeah, if you're that young, then probably.
I mean, it's pretty impressive to see, his goal scoring ability and just how he's able to beat goalies in different ways. I don't think, he was at the net yesterday and in the paint, and it's pretty cool to see that he can score from all areas. I think their speed, obviously in their power play, I think their special teams is dominant, and I think we're going to have to kind of stay out of the box and not give them too many chances on special teams.
Well, in particular, Kucherov, what's the biggest challenge against him right now?
Yeah, I think just not giving him too much time and space with the puck. His ability to make plays is pretty incredible. So we just got to, make sure we're closing on him and not give him too much space.
And for your line, what's the key for you guys after an up-and-down game, getting on the board a couple times, but the third period, obviously, what are you focused on today?
I think playing a full 60 minutes, being sound defensively, structured, play within the systems, and I think that's just going to lead to our offense. And I think we're doing really good on offense, but I think we got to focus on just being structured.
Your anticipation? We didn't know you were going to play. We talked yesterday. What's your anticipation to get back in today?
Yeah, I feel good. You just want to come back and help the team, try to pick up where you left off. It's not always easy coming back, but it hasn't been that long, so I don't expect any issues.
And jumping right back in against a pretty good team, what stands out about the Lightning right now?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're deep. We know them well, obviously, from the last couple of seasons. So I think we know what to expect in terms of their speed, their skill. They're very competitive. They got a couple of guys that are having outstanding seasons, so we'll be ready to go tonight.
In particular, Kucherov, what are you seeing? He's always been amazing. Yeah. What are you seeing right now as the biggest challenge with that?
Just his skill and his vision, and obviously his ability to pass the puck and create opportunities for his teammates. But he's not the only one over there. They got lots of guys that are playing well, so we'll be ready to go. And the team will have our hands full here tonight with a good team.
Can you appreciate how consistent the Lightning have been? I mean, every year it almost seems like this is the time of year where they really start to show just how good they can be every year.
Yeah, they're experienced, they're deep. And then, if you combine that with their high-end skill, they're very dangerous. So, again, I think we know what to expect just having played them, over the years, playoff series and whatnot. We'll have our hands full, but as a team, we want to be ready here tonight and keep this little stretch going, next couple of weeks.
Boston sets a career high for him. He's always been amazing. What ways have you seen him elevate? In what ways do you think he might be an even better player right now?
I think for him, it's all about being well-rounded. He's not just a goal scorer. He plays a very important role for our team. He takes care of his own end. For him, I think that he's always trying to get better and trying to improve his game. So as his teammates, it's been nice to watch. You just want to support him, try to help him out, and when he's doing his thing, it's nice to watch.
Morgan, what makes Braden's point so effective?
I think lots of things: speed, skill, vision. He plays on a good line. He's obviously been a main driver for that team for a couple of years now, and he's extremely competitive. He's a great player.
What have you liked from watching the penalty kill here lately?
Yeah, it's been good. I think there's been more urgency, more speed, more skating. I think just trying to take away time and space. It's been very good.
What is the biggest challenge you see with Tampa Bay tonight?
It's a good team, right? It's a well-balanced team, a lot of veterans. There are a lot of skills too, so I think for us it's just focusing on ourselves. Like we know we can play against those guys when we're tied together, and from there just focusing on our game, make sure we're hard to play against, and that's it.
What do you have to be aware of against Kucherov when you're out there with him tonight?
He's a great player. His skill set is incredible. So we just have to be careful when he's on the ice. He's always looking for those passes, right? So just containing him and being hard on him.
What's the key for the penalty kill tonight if you guys get in a shorthanded situation?
Same thing. Just being hard, being playing in our system, and just try to give them as less chance as possible.
What has changed on the penalty kill this last week or so?
I mean, we went over it. We talked about it as a team, and we just tuned up some stuff. Obviously, I wasn't going to say it on camera, but no, I think we're just clicking right now, and we just have to build on the positive things.
What stands out about what Austin's doing down the stretch here? Already 62 goals.
It's incredible. He's a great player. He's a great teammate to be around. I'll be feeding him as many passes as I can. I don't need extra goals.
Do you sense that guys are pumped for him? Like it's exciting. Like a lot of guys have said they want to see him get to 70.
Yeah, obviously it's not something that you see quite often, right? So if he's able to achieve that, it's going to be incredible.
What does it mean to get Morgan back tonight?
Pretty excited. He's been out for a bit. He was trying to get in as soon as possible, and now he's ready to go tonight. So I'm pretty pumped for him.
They've talked about a defense by committee here. Excuse me. What do you like about that? How it can kind of three pairs can roll, everyone's involved.
No, when everyone is involved, keeps everyone in the game. And we're harder to play against. Everybody has extra juice. Everybody is hungry. So if you can roll that way and keep just crushing the other lines on the other side, it's just keeping going.
We saw you before the game yesterday doing a bit of a routine there where you were bouncing back and forth. Where did that come from?
That stays in that little room there. You got out, but it just stays in that little room.
So what stands out about the Lightning and the challenge tonight?
Definitely a lot of pace, a lot of skill. Definitely that top six line, they play a very talented group, as well as their bottom six, very direct but very hard to play against. So I think we just got to manage that and play 3 full periods and hopefully get the win and clinch the playoffs as well.
Yeah, is that on your mind at all that you guys can get that done tonight?
Yeah, I think it's good to see. I honestly didn't even know what the situation. I knew we would be in a spot to clinch soon, but to hear it tonight against Tampa and be a home game, it's definitely our mind to get the win and get it over with to be clinched.
So that was like part of the meeting this morning?
Yeah, just a reminder that this is a chance to clinch playoffs, and you start seeing the standings, the X next to the teams, and you gotta get jealous. So I want an X next to our team, so we're gonna be happy with that.
In particular with Kucherov tonight, what do you have to be aware of?
Just I think we just got to be hard on him, not give him time and space. He definitely can create something out of nothing. So we can't take it easy on him, and we have to kind of close space and get physical on guys like that. You can make plays as well as Point and Stamkos and Hagel, Cirelli. They got a bunch of guys that can make plays. So we just got to be hard on them.
You mentioned after the game the other night that you want to see Austin get 70, and a lot of guys have said that just unprompted. Like how much is that fueling the group? What Austin is doing down the stretch here?
Oh, it's amazing. I think his goal scoring ability is, nothing we've seen ever recently. Obviously, we had great goal scorers in the league, but for him to hit 60 twice and potentially 70, it's pretty remarkable. And we're definitely cheering. I definitely know the guys are looking for him out there. So hopefully we can do it.
You've seen him over a number of years.
Yeah.
In what ways has he elevated? In what ways is he a better even goal scorer now?
I guess you have to ask. I don't even I feel like he's just automatic. I think maybe just over time you get even more confident. Even I don't know how even 3 years ago I think maybe I think it's just confidence. So over the years you get more confident, you get more comfortable, I guess. But he's just ever since his skates touched the ice in this league, he's been doing pretty amazing things. So I guess that's a question for him. But I know that I'm really hoping to get 70.
What does it mean to the group to get Morgan back tonight?
Oh, it's great. It's unfortunate that he was out, with his thing that he's got there. But, he brings, his leadership, his veteran-like presence, his skill. We're happy to have him back in the lineup, and it's good to have him.
What's the focus for the kid line tonight? A bit of an up-and-down game the other night.
Yeah, it was up in the 3 periods, and the third it was kind of just reversed. I think just again, sticking to our strengths, our speed, and me and my shot, and just simplifying our game, and I think just being in the right spots and being detailed in D zone, I think we can translate offensively. I think we've been pretty good offensively lately. We just want to get the momentum there and clean up a few things in the D zone.
A performance that truly matters for each and every one of us. This is what you've been waiting for. Returning to
Sheldon, a lot of the players have spoken about how excited they are for Austin, what he's doing, pushing him towards 70. I'm curious how much you feel like that might fuel the group down the stretch here, and if there's a balance there about looking for him too much.
Yeah, I think there's some excitement there for Austin. It's the type of year that he's had, but I don't think it's overdone or anything like that. I don't get the feeling of that. I mean, you can see guys looking for him on the ice, but generally it's not a bad idea to look for him. So there, you gotta recognize that's going to be part of the deal. But you don't want to obviously change your game or change the focus. And that's not the focus for me. And I've talked to Austin. It's not the focus for him. He wants to finish the season strong. He wants to be feeling good. He wants to be, wants to have energy, through this last stretch and going into the playoffs. And that's, I guess, really the goal for our team, is to have our game in order and be as healthy and rested as possible as we finish this last push.
Is there a fine line between him wanting to get to 70 goals and maybe everybody wanting him to get to 70 goals and maybe getting him the rest he might need for being ready for playoffs?
Yeah, there is, for sure. I mean, we'll walk that of I'm not concerned about 70 goals at all. I'm concerned about having him and our team and ready to go for playoffs. And he's, like we saw the other night, he gets 2 last game, and those are two important goals for us in the game. He's going to contribute that way, and that's what he's done all season for us. He's an important part of our team, but that is not our focus, not my focus at all.
We see it in the NFL more often than any other league, but players get rested down the stretch to make sure they're available for the playoffs. Is that something you think?
Well, I think if you just look at how we've handled it the last couple of years, we'll talk about that. This is a little bit different here right now. Like we haven't been able to play with our group very much here with the injuries that we've had. 5 players being out, and they're going to start to trickle back into our lineup. And I think having our group in order is important. And the more reps we can get with our power play intact is going to be a priority for us too. So we'll manage all of that. But Austin's minutes have been, I think, in a really good place, and that's important for me. I'm monitoring that. So it's a balance of rest, but also staying sharp, and keeping guys in game mode. That's really important too, because as you know, playoffs are hard and difficult, and emotions are high and all of that, and you don't want to slip too far the other way with having to climb your way back out of that.
What have you seen from Nick Robertson in this stretch here where he's been in the lineup regularly?
I think he's just continued what he's done for us most of the season. He's given us everything he has in every shift. He's working very hard. He's competing. He's scoring when he gets his opportunities. I think he's recognizing the opportunities are harder to come by, but when he's gotten them, he's made good on them. I think you just look at the last 2 goals that he scored. It's he's scored goals that really it's kind of his only scoring chance of the game, and they go in, and that's the ability that he has. So that's great to see, and it's a great contributor to our team. But there's there's a lot more that goes into it, right? Shift to shift, play to play. You got to be good. You got to be able to carry play. You got to be able to be relied upon, and you got to be able to find your way through the rest of the depth chart. There's a lot of guys on our team, and we'll make decisions as we go. We'll see where our lineup's at. We'll see where our health is at. The good news is that Nick, and I guess I would put in all our young players into that category. We've McMahon's not as young, but he's certainly inexperienced, and we look at it. We're teams has hopes to compete for the Stanley Cup. We've got 4 first-year forwards that have played on our lineup quite a bit this year. I don't think many teams would have that being the case, and these guys have grown a lot within our team, and that's been the real positive as they've taken steps. Nick has taken a significant step this season. The first one is that he stayed healthy. That's a significant step, right? He's gotten, I'm not sure exactly where he's at, but it feels like he's gotten more experience out of just this season than he has in any other season he's played in pro hockey. So that in itself is a big development for him. He's finding ways to produce. He's learning the league. He's, he's moved around our lineup. He's played up. He's played down. He's been out of the lineup and come back in. He's learned and dealt with a lot. He's taken a big step, and that's really important. And he certainly becomes a good option for us in this playoffs. But perhaps more importantly, he becomes a guy that's going to grow within our team in the big picture.
Sorry, Sean. You just wrote Luke's column there. That was a great answer. 3 points back of Florida with 2 games in hand. How much does home ice matter as much as it used to, maybe in terms of you worry more about your team game being where it needs to be entering the playoffs versus whatever seed you'd like to do?
Yeah, I think it's more you focus on your team and getting prepared, and you just sort of see where the chips fall. And we were in this situation last season as well, pretty similar. I don't think we saw that as much of a anything to look at or aspire to a few weeks ago. It was not really even within reach, but things have evened out a little bit. I don't think it changes our mindset. We've been good in both places. We've had home ice in the past, and I think it's really about who's most prepared to play and who has their game in order when the time comes, and wherever the games are played, we'll be ready.
Is there a chance that Edmondson can practice Friday? Sheldon have to take work this morning? Or?
I think there's potential for that, to see how he did today. I think today might have been his 3rd or 4th time on the ice, but today first time with our group. But he's progressing well, so it's just a matter of how he handles each day. I don't see him as an option for Saturday, though.